Hi everyone, it is us from the YA Room. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Alex.
And today we are going to be bringing you a very special video. We're going to be talking all about how we choose our book of the month.
Yeah, so it's the behind the scenes little side of it.
Yes.
So a bit of a sneaky background work. We're going to show you what we do to get the poll directly to Twitter.
Exactly. A few people have asked us how we decide on the 4 books that we have as our options and where we get those ideas from. So today we are going to talk all about it, share how we decide on these 4 and how they eventually become our book of the month.
So of course our first step is to have a book club that requires a month.
Yeah. First of all, you need to invent the calendar system. And then you have to decide on what to call the months. And then once you've done that, if you even have like a month system, then you can decide on your book of the month.
But if it's after 2012, you need to create a new calendar system so that we know the world hasn't ended. I know it's really weird.
Exactly.
But yeah. Yes, we do have a book club, so we know that every month we want one particular book to be chosen for our book of the month. We try to have our book of the month released at least 1 week before, like poll, like as in the winner, released at least 1 week before the actual start of the month.
So we kind of have ideas in the back of our heads throughout the entire month before the book of the month that we're trying to decide, and then we aim to get our proper decisions, our 4 choices down by about the 15th of the month. So that gives us a bit of time before the end of the month to, you know, post the poll, tweet about it, you know,
make our sick graphics. I mean, and like we also try and be like, when we do obviously decide, hey, like these 4 books are really good options, we look online and see, like, you know, when are they going to be available in stores, like will they be available online or like in gimmicks or in other bookstores that are near anyone else, just so we know it is an accessible book. Like, is it going to be an audiobook? We love when they're audiobooks. It's make life so easy. Immediate download, you know? But yeah, we try to have it, make sure they're available.
And so one of the tools we use to decide on our book of the month is we use Goodreads. Goodreads is such a helpful platform that lists all the books that are going to be released. Sometimes we have releases later in Australia than the rest of the world, so we tend to look at the month that we're currently in as well as the next month that we're trying to decide our book of the month for.
And of course, sometimes, especially of late, we have had books that are released in Australia first, like Lifelike, which is an option for our next book of the month actually.
And so from there, when we're on Goodreads, we select titles that we've heard a bit about already, that have a little bit of hype or that we're really personally interested in reading. And from there, we go onto our Australian websites such as Dimmicks and Booktopia to double check that release date, because sometimes they can differ from country to country.
It's really hard as well because sometimes they do just change, like we have had in the past, one of the books, the date just kept getting pushed back, but it was meant to be out, so like it can be frustrating, which is why we always do our double checking. Thankfully we have a lot of people who like hardcovers, so that was an easy solution. People just bought the hardcover or the ebook and that was fine. But just in regards to picking our books, we try to keep it different. We don't always have like 4 contemporaries or 4 fantasies. We do want to actually keep it an open option. We've had some months where not a lot of fantasies come out, or not a lot of thrillers have come out, so we haven't had many options. But this month I think we've got a very good selection.
We do. And in regards to release dates, we are looking at books that have a late month prior to the month of our book of the month, or in the first week of the book of the month. So for example, anything from about the 15th to maybe the 7th of that month. In that time frame, we look at, if they're not in that time frame, then it's a little bit hard to organize, because more people have already read the book, or it'll be too late for people to get a copy of the book and then to discuss it. So it's a little bit hard to decide which books come out at the right time. Sometimes some of our really favorite choices just aren't out at that right date, so unfortunately we can't include them.
Which is, I guess, why it goes back to us double checking everything.
Exactly.
And we do see the occasional where they seem to be out a little bit earlier, just based on like deliveries and things like that, which can be a pro in like getting a hand on the book. But it is something, you know, we like to have a proper date for a book coming out, so we can basically be like, it's going to be out on this date. Shoot up your local Dimmicks and see what they've got. But yeah, I guess it's like a really much longer process than you would actually think. It is. it's like constantly checking.
Yeah, so much
checking again just in case it's been pushed back.
Yeah. And then from there, once we have a firm decision of books that are out in that time frame and that we're interested in and that will be available in Australian stores, then we kind of talk to one another, see what we want to read, and then we narrow it down to 4 books that we're really interested in and that we think will suit our audience.
Like, it's never something you can pinpoint.
Exactly.
Like, we've already been like on the poll, like, who do you think will win?
Yeah.
And sometimes it surprises us, which is fine. Like, obviously books that we are interested in or we know that our readers are interested in. So to see like it be surprised, I was like, that's really cool. Didn't think the internet worked that way, but that's fine.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's just a kind of a way to get us to read different things as well, which is why we include fantasies. Like, you're not a major fan of like the hardcore fantasy, which is why sometimes you're like,
yeah,
and then I'm not like a major fan of the contemporary, but I'm like, if it gets chosen, I'll read it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where we just constantly have to keep on top of.
And then from there, after we put the 4 choices on Twitter, we usually make our polls last 3 days, so it gives people enough time to select what they hope to read as our book of the month. And then after that 3 days, we find out what we're going to be reading the following month, and that is always a very exciting time.
And then we just go out and buy it ASAP.
Yes.
But no, it's like always conveniently done before our book of the month meetup.
Yes.
So we can be like, oh yeah, if you haven't heard already, this book actually is the winner, so it's downstairs, let's go buy it together, come on.
Let's do it.
We hope that you're enjoying our options that we're putting out. If you have any more suggestions on how you think maybe we can make it easier for ourselves, or any options you would love to hopefully be included within our next upcoming polls, definitely let us know a new release that you're looking forward to. Maybe we had to fit it in somewhere throughout the year. But yeah, I can't believe we're already up to June.
Wow, halfway through the year already, pretty much.
Goes
Incredible.
past quickly, doesn't it?
Well, we hope you enjoyed this little video of behind the scenes, how we choose our options for our book of the month, and we will hopefully do a few more videos like that soon.
See you guys.
Bye.
Oh.